Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of VizRT Tuesday Tutorials. I am your host Richard Evans. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, Legends. Today I'd like to show you how to add watermarks to your exported video files. Now this will allow you to export files easily and add an overlay for copyright, proofing, internal review, you name it. And it's going to save you a ton of time rendering watermarks in post-production. So a simple process with just a few ins and outs that I'll walk you through. So let me show you how it's done, son. All right, so I'm in the TriCaster 2 Elite interface, and my interface is broken down pretty simply right now. Basically, I just have my camera coming in input number 1. My DDR1 is up, currently doesn't have anything in it. And then my DDR2, I have a few images that I've made for some watermarking, just so you can kind of see what they look like before we add it to the clip. But I'm going to do everything within the TriCaster. That way I don't have to exit out to Windows, etc. You can just do everything right from here. Okay, cool. So the first thing that I want to do is let's go ahead and just record a quick clip. So I'm just going to be me and my camera waving. All right, Tuesday tutorials. Woo. Okay, cool. 6 seconds is enough. 7, 8. Okay, cool. So now I have that clip. Let me go ahead into my DDR1 and find it, and I've titled that export file. All right, so if I play that in my DDR1, we can see this handsome man waving his arms around like a fool. All right, good job. Okay, cool. So now what I want to do is I want to show you the export feature on here. So if we go up to the top of the interface and you click on this gear icon next to export, you have a couple of different things. You can add a new preset in here, etc. I'm going to use the one that I just have in here right now for export media file. And let's take a look at it. So the first one that I want to show here is it's going to be, I'm going to a directory, and it'll publish both the clips and stills. And then at the bottom of this is where you can add a watermark. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to browse, and the first one that I'm going to grab is going to be, I made a file that is 1920 by 1080 with 0 opacity, or well, it's just the whole thing. So basically you'll see it down here at the bottom. So this guy right there. So it's the one that I'll have there, and it's 100%. So you can be able to see everything. I get the zeros and 100s backwards sometimes. So you'll be able to see everything from here. And so now let's go ahead and export that file. But again, I want to show you the settings here. This is kind of a trick because normally when you do this where it says same as source, basically that's kind of how this is used to just copy and paste one file from a location to another. So if you're exporting a whole bunch of files out, it's like 3 hours worth of footage, etc. The same as source will just basically send it across. So it will completely ignore what's going on the watermark side of things. Okay, so let's go ahead and export that, and I'll show you. Oops, let me back up. Right click on this file, add to export media. All right, I'm going to open this up. You can just hit the export button, but I like to go into export media and click that just so we can see its progress. And whoop, it's done. Cool. Now let's go find that file and play it back within that DDR. So I'll browse to my file location, into renders. There's my first one, export file. All right, so this is the new one here. And if I play that clip back, it has no watermark because the same as source, like I said, completely ignores the watermark side of things. So keep that in mind whenever you're doing this. But let's go back into this, and now we'll say under the formats, instead of same as source, let's save that as like a H.264, like so. All right, and we'll leave the encoding as such. All right, let me get rid of this. Actually, we'll leave that one there. And then from here, let's do that same thing. So now if we double check just to make sure, so we're rendering this out as a H.264 with that watermark on there. Okay, so let's do the same thing. Grab that export file, my original one, select export media, and this time I'm just going to hit the export button, and then when it turns black, then we know that we have exported it. There you go. So a few ways you can do that. All right, so let's do the same thing here. Let's grab that clip. Let's go browse, and now you'll see it has the M4V next to that, like so. Say open, and boom, there it is. So now I have my watermark clip ready to go. So if you have like a super long file that's like 2-3 hours long, something like that, if you need to use this for some proofing, etc., this is a good way to export that out. And just to show you, like I said, this is at 100% opacity on here. But now let's do that with another one. So I have a 1920 by 1080 at 75% opacity, which you can see right now in the DDR2 preview. But let's do that same thing. We'll go to export. Let's change those settings again. And I'm going to leave it as the M4V file. But now let's grab the 75% opacity one, like so. Okay, cool. All that looks good. All right, so we'll do the same thing here. Add to export media, like so. I'll do my old school way. Make sure it's in there. All right, export. Done. Okay, now let's grab that clip and bring that into here. So we'll go to renders, and now it has a 1 on the end of it since I'm using the same file name over and over again, so it'll index it by 1 each time. Hit open, and there you go. Now you can see that it has some opacity there, so you can see through those letters, and see the background. So whatever you generate this out as the opacity, it will observe that in there. So make sure that when you save it as like a PNG file, and make sure you have a width transparency checked so that you have that capability. If not, it'll get the whole background. Okay. So another thing I wanted to mention is I do have another file in here that I made at 1280 720. So whatever image that you have in there with the watermark, what it's going to do is it's going to expand it all the way across. All right, so same thing. Go into export media here. Oops, leave that alone. And let's grab the watermark. Browse. And let's grab that 1281, like so. Okay, same thing again. Right click, add to export media. Let's export it. Wait for it to do its thing. All right, let's go find that file. Renders, and now that one will say 2 at the end of it. Okay, and as you can see on that one stretched it across. So even though the aspect ratio of that was different, it will still full screen it, stretch it. So even if you have it like in the 4:3 format, it will stretch it all the way across into a landscape. So keep that in mind when rendering your files. So some fun things you can do with this. This is really good to, copyright different things or to have it available for proofing, etc. So play around with this and, of course, have some fun. There you have it, an easy and simple way to watermark your videos exported from TriCaster. Now, for more tutorial videos like this one, be sure to subscribe to the VizRT YouTube channel at youtube.com/VizRTofficial. And for formalized VizRT product training, sign up for Viz University, available at vizrt.com/community/viz-university. And you can find more information about VizRT products and services by contacting your local VizRT partner, or you can check out our website, vizrt.com. And if you are posting your work using VizRT products on social media, make sure that you tag us using the hashtags VizRT or TriCaster. We see all of your posts. Keep up the great work, legends. I see it all. Good job. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you again soon for another episode of VizRT Tuesday Tutorials.